All right. So today, browsing on YouTube, I came across this guy talking about Classic Plus. It sounds interesting, but not my vision about the whole new Classic Plus version. So what we're gonna do, we are going to watch it together, and I will give my honest opinion about the guy.
Okay, I'm just going to say it right now. BlizzCon is where Blizzard is going to announce Classic Plus. I guarantee it. I would bet this channel on it. And
Okay.
I'm going to be in the crowd when it happens. So make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be using a whole bunch of content about it until it unfolds. All right, now let's get into the video. Now that I've put that out there, I want to actually talk why Classic Plus matters and why this is going to be Blizzard's last real shot to get Classic right. When World of Warcraft Classic launched back in 2019, it felt something like we hadn't really seen in a long time. I was a different person then than I was now, just like I was a different person back in 2004 than when Classic came. One thing I can tell you was the same about those two periods in the game, that it felt alive. People weren't just logging in to check boxes or grind dailies. They were actually playing the game. There were people rushing to max level, but they were having fun with it. People were talking in chat. People were grouping up for quests. People were in line for quests to complete them. I know you guys saw that in Northshire and Valley of Trials. They were out getting lost in the world. Leveling took some time, and because it took some time, it meant something. You remember those early days. Every single person was on the same path. They were struggling for the same zones. They were making the same mistakes. They were helping each other out. It wasn't efficient. That was the point. The journey mattered again, even if it was just for a small amount of time in 2009.
Okay, I'll stop here. So, sorry, mate, but this journey is a bullshit. So, for me, after leveling like 80 tools to the max level on 10 different servers, the journey is a waste of time. So, uh, back in 2004, when I started playing this game, it was awesome. A new game, who doesn't liked it? It was something, it was the first MMORPG that I played, actually, and it was a huge step in my gaming career. But to talk about, it's 2026, I have kids, I do not really care about leveling. I do not I just want to hop in, play with friends, do some dungeons, but that's all on max level. So I do not have the time to play and so I do not have the time for 200-hour leveling. Impossible. Let's see what he says.
If we're being honest, we're being really honest, that version of Classic did not last. It started to crack the moment Blizzard introduced the level 58 boost. I remember when it came out, people were pretty disappointed about it. Asmongold had the backslash spit campaign going on. And I know some people will defend it. It helps people catch up. It lets friends play together faster, all that stuff. I get it. But let's call it what it actually was. It was when Blizzard said the leveling journey wasn't really worth your time anymore.
Because it's not. So I do it once. Why should I do it with all my tunes again? So it's a waste of time. Let's say the newer games, what we can find on the market right now. So you level with one tune, and then you can catch up with all the other tunes really, really fast. Why is that? So once you experience the whole leveling, once you experience the storyline, the second time it's not the same. It's just a waste of time. That's only my opinion. You can disagree with that.
And if a part of your game isn't worth your time and you're willing to just spend money to pass it, then why does it even exist in the first place? That decision communicated to us, whether they intended it or not, the majority of the player base is going to skip it, so it doesn't even matter. That
Yes.
one decision went directly against the core of what made Classic work. The second
What made classic work was okay, full honesty. What made classic work, in my opinion, is that it was something new. It was a bombshell in the gaming history. The best game everyone could play on that time. Plus, we were kids. I had all the time in the world to play the game. So it was okay. But times change. You cannot take back, you cannot bring back the same experience what you had in 2004, 2005, 2006, whenever you started playing, because we are not living the same times. Jeez, classic Andes.
Was the real breaking point, in my opinion. That was the WoW token. Because the WoW token wasn't just a convenience feature, it was Blizzard basically admitting they weren't going to solve the botting problem or the gold buying problem. Instead of fixing it, they legitimized it. And again, some people say, well, it was already happening anyway. Sure. There's a big difference between something existing in the shadows and the developer actually putting a stamp of approval on it. It changed the feel of the game. It made the world feel much less authentic. It made it feel grounded, less like a world and more like a system that you could game if you just had enough money. And you can call me crazy, but I actually think that Blizzard knows these things.
Okay, let's be true. I come back to my idea before. So, uh, if I do not have to the time to play because I am working, I have kids, I have home duties to do, I have to go outside, take care of the house. So I do not have 15 hours a day to play what I had in 2024. 2004, sorry. So I do not know why that is an issue. So there are players who are willing to farm the whole day because they have the time, and there are players who are most likely throwing 20 bucks into the game and buy some gold off. So you cannot kill botters, you cannot kill real money trading in the game because it's impossible. I think it's impossible. The people will find a way so as so to buy gold, will find a way so as so to make the game more easy money wise. So I do not know.
I don't think these things were accidents. I think they were decisions that were made under pressure. And I think internally, they know the long term impact those choices had. I believe that Blizzard feels they were the wrong choice. And that's why I believe Classic Plus is happening. It's not just more classic content, but I think that it's going to be a correction. Because here's the reality: the classic player base today is not the same as it was in 2019. People
Exactly.
are older now, people have less time, sure, but they also have less patience for nonsense. Most of you guys watching this video are like 35, 36, 37 years old,
Almost
maybe
40.
closer to your early 30s. I'm sorry, but your tolerance for bullshit is kind of running out. If Blizzard pulls the rug again, if they introduce some crazy systems that cheapen the experience, it's not just going to be like a little backlash. It's going to have a whole bunch of people walking away from the game. And you're already seeing early signs of that. You can look at Turtle WoW. When Turtle WoW very recently, like in the last week, got announced that it's shutting down, the reaction isn't just disappointment. Go on Reddit. It's people are legitimately angry, like really angry. All the different comment sections, people are saying they're done with Blizzard for good and they're never going to buy another one. Now,
Okay, people are angry about Turtle Wow because Turtle Wow was fun. Turtle Wow was fun because people had something new in the vanilla concept. So they had new dungeons, new possibilities, but they will miss it. That's why they were pissed.
let's be fair. A lot of those people, the second that there is a single good cinematic, they're going to swipe their card, they're going to come back. But not all of them are lying. And that's the part that should really worry Blizzard. Because every time that trust gets broken, a small percentage of players do not come back. And over time, that adds up. So, Classic Plus isn't just about adding raids or zones or new gear, it's about rebuilding trust with the player base. And the way you do that is by focusing on what made Classic work in the first place.
Nothing. Classic vanilla sucked. That's my honest opinion. So classic vanilla sucked. When I want to play today and I think back about the stuff that I made in vanilla, it sucked. So I do not know what we are talking about.
Focusing on the journey.
No, do not focus on the journey. The journey is bullshit. The journey is okay for persons who play the game with one tool because they don't have time for more. The journey was the biggest bullshit I have experienced in this game. So 80% of the actual journey is running. You are running from A to B. No.
That's the word that keeps coming up no matter what comment section, no matter what video, Cargos, Hammer Dance, LOJ Tello, whatever these videos you watch. Journey is a word that keeps coming up.
Yeah, and then you realized when you hit level 60 that your tomb sucked and your boomkin druid is not the best, no one needs it, and then you have to do it all again.
Because the journey is what made people fall in love with this game.
No, it was the raids who made me fall in love with the game. It was the conversation with my guildmates that made me fall in love with the game. The journey, I didn't care. I didn't even read the quest texts. So, eh.
And to Blizzard's credit, we actually saw a glimpse of that mindset with Season of Discovery. Agarind got it right. When they capped the levels 25 at the beginning, that was probably the most fun me and my wife have ever had playing the game. We talk about it a lot. It was such a smart move. It slowed everything down. It forced players to engage with each phase of the game, and it brought back that sense of shared progression.
No, Season of Discovery level limiting was fun in my side because it took you like, I do not remember right, I think like 15 hours to make a tune to level 15, level 25 with all the professions, and you do the raid, and after that, you can level another world. It was fun, new abilities, total alt aspect.
People weren't rushing to the end, they were living in each level bracket.
No, people were rushing to the end, trust me. So this guy speaks about like 5-10% of the player base who really enjoys reading all the quests, making everything possible in a zone, questing everything to 100%, living in the. But I do not know more than 5 people who enjoys leveling, who is not rushing to max level. So I say World of Warcraft begins max level. Until then, it's a waste of time. A pretty long waste of time.
That part really worked. But here's where Blizzard could mess it up again. If Classic Plus turns into just another seasonal experience, they're gonna miss the mark completely. Because the Classic community does not want another season. They don't want temporary progress. They don't want to invest time into a character just to have it become irrelevant in a year. What they want is permanence. They want a world that evolves, not one that resets. They want horizontal progression, content, systems, new ways to play, without invalidating every single thing that they've already done. And again, this isn't.
So about this horizontal progression system, I think it's a bullshit. So what makes you want to do a new raid? Uh, it's the gear. So sorry, why should I go and make certain Shrine Caverns, for example, in TBC, because it's anniversary now, if the gear is less good than the one what we get in Gruul. So, oh God, it's hard. So horizontal progression gives me no plus for the game. So I want to evolve my character. I want to get better. I want to have higher DPS. I want to feel the progression. If I have in your horizontal progression, if I got already the best chess gear, for example, then why should I be excited for a new one?
Like a mystery. The blueprint for this exists. You just killed it. Private servers have been experimenting with this exact formula for years. Turtle WoW is probably the best example. It expanded the world, it added new quests, it built on existing lore that was already in the game, and while staying true to the feel of the original, that's what people want. They don't want a
I say that's what a little amount of people want. So, so look, my issue here is that retail at the moment is really fast paced for me. So I do not have the time and the incentive to play retail. So I do not want to waste there my time farming. I do not want to have a university degree in gaming and the attention necessity to raid. So I retail is retail right now. I say my honest opinion is that the best of all expansion from World of Warcraft was. I am not talking about expansion. I am talking about the game, how it's made. Was between Wrath of the Lich King and Legion. So the pace was normal from my side there. So it was acceptable. You had to farm, you could raid. The raids were hard, but most people could do it with time. All the classes were good. You could use every class in the game. There was no class that was thrown out because it's garbage. I do not know.
reinvention. They want to expand upon the game. Classic Plus only works if the people building it are completely bought in to the classic experience. They need to be fanatical about the world, fanatical about the lore.
Mm. So no, I am not fanatical about the world. I am not fanatical about the lore. I like the raids. I like the party. How to say that? I like to play together with my guildies. I like to talk with my guildies while I play. So it's not the world that keeps me playing World of Warcraft. It's the people who I play with. But I can do that, and I can do that with more satisfaction if I what I really dislike in vanilla and in TBC is the running. I have to run a lot. I have okay in TBC I can fly. That's better, but in vanilla, okay, I have 3 hours a day to play World of Warcraft. I come home, I want to make an instance, a dungeon. I group up with my guildies, and then from the 3 hours what I have to play, like 1.5 hour, I am running. That's not fun for me. That's the I like random dungeon finder. That was the best thing Blizzard could ever do.
Fanatical about all the small details that most players don't even consciously notice, but would absolutely feel it if they were wrong. Because classic isn't just mechanics, it's like certain art style, it's a tone, it's a philosophy, it's focusing on the thing that the majority of other MMOs gets wrong. People call WoW Classic theme park MMO. I don't think that's what it is. I think that it is one of the most true sandbox MMOs there are. And if you lose that sandbox, even a little, the whole thing's going to fall apart. Some people might still be wondering why any of this even matters. And for me, it's pretty simple. This is the game that I grew up with. Enjoy
Yes.
it. It's something I still enjoy. It's something that I want to see succeed, not just because of nostalgia, although it's probably sprinkled in there, but because there's nothing else quite like it when it is done right. That is why this is such a big deal. Blizzard, Activision, Microsoft, they care about money. And if they get it right, this will make them more money than any game has ever made in the history of the company.
I do not think so. I really do not think so. So if they make Classic Plus uh, with the theories that these guys uh, suggest, I think it will die in 3 years. Or it will be playable, but the population will be really low.
Historically, Blizzard has always been at its best when it takes ideas from other games, steals them,
Okay, let's just give an example. So, if they make the game like Vanilla WoW, where you have to level up 200 hours to get to max level, trust me, 30% of the people who start playing the game will leave the game after the first level limit because they won't have the time necessary to play the game and to level up 200 hours. Okay, there are people who can level up really fast, but not the normal, not the general people. So we have other tests to do also.
and refines them into something even better. So, when Classic Plus finally does get announced, and again, I fully believe it is happening at BlizzCon, I'm going to be there live, and we're going to see a lot of inspiration come from the private server scene. And honestly, that's a good thing because the communities that have been keeping the spirit of Classic alive this whole time were the private server communities. They've been testing ideas, they've been pushing boundaries, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. And whether Blizzard admits it or not, they are paying attention. Blizzard is watching exactly what's happening. So, yeah, you can call me optimistic, you can call me crazy, you can say I'm like huffing copium, but I believe Classic Plus is real. I know Blizzard knows, and I think there is their chance. This is their chance to prove they still understand what made this game special in the first place. And you guys are going to find out soon enough whether or not I'm right. And like I said at the start, I will be there when it happens. And
I say the game it's it's definitely not the leveling experience that made this game special. Uh, it's like with music. Why is everyone listening to the 80s 90s music? Why does even now every child, every 5 year old know all the 80s 90s music? Because it was a change, a step in the generation. That's wow also. So many gamers with the internet that I know here in Romania. I had connection, internet connection. I got internet connection at home when I started playing WoW. So it was a big step in my gaming life. It was a change, and that's why I say it was that feeling that oh, I am playing something awesome. But with the mentality of today, no, it sucked. So ah, no. If there is a classic plus, I really would like to see something totally new.
in the crowd. If you like this video, I encourage you to like it and subscribe because I'm going to produce a lot more content just like it as we get closer to BlizzCon. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
So okay, it was his opinion. It was a really nice video. I do not say he is free to think whatever he wants, but I totally disagree. I totally disagree with these classic candies, and nothing bad. So I don't want to. I don't want to. It's just another opinion. So never mind. So while I was checking the YouTube, I found no one who talks about Classic Plus with real ideas how to solve some issues that we had in vanilla, because everybody was with hashtag no changes. Now we need changes. No one likes the systems that we introduce, but everybody likes to use them. Sorry for that. So no one likes to use mounts, flying mounts, but everybody has a flying mount in TBC. Uh, no one likes random dungeon finder, but once it's out, everybody uses it. So you are not obliged to use them. If you want to run there to the dungeon, feel free to run to the dungeon. But most people who has limited time to play the game, they trust me, 99% likes the random dungeon finder. Most people who enjoy a shit class, like yesterday, I had a friend, a guildie, who was a boomkey druid. He wanted to join Shattered Halls Hathay, and he was not invited because boomkins suck. Rogue? Oh, no, Rogue's in Shattered Halls Hathay. We normally, okay, let's take a hunter instead. Lot more DPS. So I do not know. There are ups and downs even from this, but I don't think the game Classic Plus will be awesome if we take the quality of life things out from it. I really hope it will be okay, but I do not like it. Classic Plus, from my side, should be made first and all based on what okay, not on vanilla. So if you want, you can take out flying. I do not care if you fly or not. But classes were useful. All the classes worked in what Wrath of the Lich King. We had random dungeon finder. I didn't had the need to run 3 hours in a 4 hour gaming session. And that's gold. I like it. Never mind. This is my opinion. So you will write your opinions in the comments down below. So feel free. I will read every one of them based on my first video. I so English is not my normal language. So sorry for the errors that I made, but I hope it's understandable. And let's see on the other video. Bye bye.